Alrighty, hello friends. Welcome. Brandon, hello. By Accelerationism, hello. Poner, thank you so much for the 29, dude. Thank you. MDoof, hello. Killswitch, One Drunk Man, we do a little keyboard building. It's like little keyboard, but not so little, I guess. Peaches, hello. GFWD, Eric, hello. Cloudyak, howdy. Adriel, hello. Krusty. But yeah, I think you should be able to put the Twitch thing on TV. I'm pretty sure that some people have done it before. I just don't know how. Hinkerbottom, hello. Brisk. He declined typing on Nearfield right now. Did Nearfield have like a proto buy or something? Kuro the Crazy, looking forward to his stream. Welcome. Nick, Tanuki, hello. Wanjado, Derps, hello. Trade Splatter. 3 of them? Oh, I see. That's cool. We are the 3 units, including the one you're building. Ah, okay, I see. Got it. Everyone seemed to be pretty chatty today for a Monday in the Discord. Yeah, I guess just some interesting topics. Build and we'll come. Smarter Child Gamer, hello. DD Klein's a streamer? Yeah, I'm well aware. They're also pretty big on smaller layouts too, so. And bigger ones, I guess, too, technically. Alright, so I was just gonna show you guys that I rebuilt my Box 75. So the Box 75 previously had some GAT yellows, and I put some of the Silk Olivias. Oops, it's not focusing. Some of the Silk Olivias, I put them on. Looks super clean, right? I love these. I love how it looks against the Olivia Dark set. Anyway, yeah, so just put these on and change the layout to 7U instead of 625. But yeah, these switches are looking pretty clean. Oh, I also removed the foam. It had a bit of what was that? Plate foam, I think it was what it was on before. And yeah, I removed it, so it's a little bit more flexible because this has a 1.2mm PCB. This Box 75. So yeah, pretty nice. On aluminum plate. Yeah. A little dirty from the hands being a little greasy. But yeah. Alrighty. Damn, got a nav, feel like a pleb. Oh, Nacho, hello. Got a bonus at work, going to treat myself with an Owlap Spring. Oh, nice, DVP. Sinvec, hello. DV Stater, welcome. Alright, friends, so today we got this board to build. And so this is the Nearfield Proto. You have the PCB and the switches over here. Didn't come in a bag, it just came in a box. It was like nicely wrapped, so I just took it out of the box. So here we have our PCB, our switches here. I was sent these are KTT Matchas. These are some tactile switches. So these have been lubed with 2.5 with I think Deskeys films. Looks very green, very bright. First time seeing these switches actually. I didn't know there was like a lime green switch like this. This is bright. It's like almost fluorescent green. Would need a pretty big case bag for the keyboard. Yeah, it's pretty large. I mean, it's basically... It's actually wider than the Jane over here. Yeah, the Jane goes from here to here. That's where the Jane ends. But it's actually wider than that. longer than that rather. So pretty large board because it also has this big chamfered edge. So yeah, it's a sizable keyboard here. It's basically like the one row less Ergo TKL, right? So it's like the LZ Ergo, but just consider it with one fewer row. So it's kind of the equivalent of that. So today we have this FR4 plate. I actually had to sand it a little bit because the stab cutouts weren't right, and they will have this completely fixed in the production run, so that's not going to be a problem. But the prototype plate didn't have the correct orientation on the stab cutout, so I just like sanded it a little bit with you know, it's just a file. I just filed it a little bit with a straight file, so the stabs will fit without any issues. The apples, does the switches look like apple height shoe? Yeah, like the like the green apple one. Bigger than TKL and you get a quarter of the functionality. I mean, it's like just one row less. Yeah, I guess fifth. I guess these screws are for the for mounting this, huh? Alright, so let's test the PCB first. I heard this PCB is compatible with QMK and VIL, however you want to call it. So let's plug it in and test it first. It's like LZ boards, but not scuffed and overpriced. Definitely expensive LZ boards these days, so I see where you're coming from. Pretty expensive. Alright, I plugged it in, but do I need to like, oh there it is, refresh. JLC Nearfield, there it is, cool. Alright, let's just test the matrix here. What mounting is this? So this, if I recall correctly, it basically is, I think this just kind of like has, doesn't this have these screws to basically mount it into the case? Because there's these holes. I assume the screws go through that and then mount to the plate to the case like that, right? So I assume that's what it is. It's basically top mount. But instead of having the mounting on tabs, like at the edge of the plate, you're gonna have them at different points of the plate. That makes sense. Oh, sorry, not showing it here. It's like, you know, there are these positions here where the screws will go through, and that's basically going to mount to the case. Maybe on the top case? I guess something like that? So today I have the noise gate because basically it's just way too hot in the room right now, and I just need to have the AC on today. Like, it's ridiculously hot today. You know, went out to work and oh my god, today was horrible. Like super humid and hot today. Yeah, not my jam. So today the AC's on. So yeah. I'm actually not sure about the key compatibility for this, like specifically like what sizes I need to use. So I'll have to just check the KLE again. To just double check that. But I mean, the good thing about this board is it only uses 2 stabs. So it only uses stabs here at the 2 spacebar areas. I mean, basically it's optional in the sense that you could actually skip them, because there are like 2U and 2.25U, I think, or you can use like 275, I think. But yeah, it's like basically you can use no stabs even if you wanted. But I mean, it's nice to have stabs anyway. Alright, so this works fine. Let's see, left space you can have fold or split. Oh, I see. So that's what it is. Left space. Let's have it full. I don't really need 3 keys on the left, to be honest. So let's just do it full. So that means 275 and 225. So nice and easy. And we can program to space. That's fine. And I'm gonna program the arrow keys here. So that's gonna be up, left, down, and right. Let's program these just to print, scroll lock, and maybe a function layer key. So I normally just put my FN1 over here at the corner. The rest is fine. The basically this is basically like FRL like. Oh, the only thing is backspace, right? So I guess one thing I can do is, well, let's program control here where I'm used to it, and Windows key at the lower part here. Oh, actually, you know what? I could always put the, do I use the right shift? No, actually I do use right shift. So let's put a right shift then. And I guess I could use a 1U backspace and just forgo the parentheses. I mean the brackets rather. I could do that, or I could use left space as backspace, but I'm not used to it, so I'm actually just gonna do 1U backspace just to make it easy for me. And I'm actually gonna put this key as that. That's fine. And then maybe on the function, maybe I'll actually put the an FN key over here, like to 1, and then, or actually, do I need left alt or right alt? Okay, yeah, I'll actually put it there and put the right alt here. I don't really need right control. And then I can always put the other bracket in the layer. So that works for me personally. All right, cool. So let's just get rid of that. It's 3U, not 275. Oh, okay. 3U. All right, that's cool. Wait, so 3U means then? Oh, okay. If it's 3U, then let's actually we'll have to split it. We'll have to split it if it's 3U. I am not gonna do a 3U wire right now, so let's just do let's just split it then. Okay, so let's go to layout and do left space split. Whoops. Wait, oh, it's froze. Oh my god, okay, my file froze. Hold on. Close it. Okay, there. Alright, refresh, layout, split. Alright, let's split it. So we can do... Actually, that's fine. I can always put another function key here. FN1 is fine. Honestly, I don't need more than 2 layers. So... File so good. I mean, it's the same thing as view, so it's pretty much the same thing. It's just all QMK. Alright, yeah, that works. Yeah, so 2U and 225U. That's gonna be fine. Alright, cool. I'll just save the current layout, because why not? I'll just save it here, Nearfield. Alright. Let's see, where's my key maps? Alright, cool. Okay, and alright, I can just exit this. Okay, alright, plug. And let's go back and get those stabs redone. So I was sent these Durock stabs and they seem to be slightly lubed already. So I'm just gonna re-lube them slightly. Thorin likes no stabs. Yeah, I'm aware that he's also into smaller layouts. Let's see. Is this lube with this is lube with actually. Looks like 205. Or actually, is he a different kind of grease? Doesn't matter. I can always just re-lube the wire. Hey, Lens of Lucas, hello. I think I just need to re-lube the wire, it's fine. Just kind of re-lube the wire. I think the sliders are fine. Yeah, sliders don't really need much lube anyway, because it's kind of like more like optional. I think the wire is really what matters here. So we're just gonna do the wires again. Sorry about that. Avo, I've got something that looks like 205, which you'll like some. I'm good. I have a supplier, so to speak. No need for a third party. That emote. 205 on sliders, permatex in the wires. Oh, okay, permatex. Okay, that's fine. That's just another great piece. That's okay. I tend to just use 205 for everything personally, so we're just gonna do 205 on the wire too. This build should be pretty quick because it's only 2 stabs, and then the rest is pretty simple. I'll show you guys the PCB more in detail, but basically, I see no LED support. Yeah, there's no LED support at all. It's just, you know, 5-pin mounting, and you know, the compatibility for your left spacebar being full or split. And then the rest is basically fixed layout, which is kind of nice. So, no need to fiddle with stabilizer positions too much, other than the one place, basically. Oh, hello! Land Cute, hello! Thank you so much for the Prime sub. How's it going? That PCB makes me sick. It's like looking at the pic of the known universe. That's you say that as if you know the universe so well. But I mean, I get it. Or it's like looking at the what is that? The cosmic gray background picture, the one with a bunch of colors, a lot of red, green, and blue, basically. Mr. Iwane, hello. Thank you so much for the 11 months Prime Gaming sub. Oh, looks like there's a Durock B1. Oh, Mr. Ozzy Obsessions! Wow! It's been so long! How are you, Mr. Darren? How's it going? How are you doing? I've been seeing your portraits and pictures on the social media, but I know that you've been doing a lot of other things lately. How's it going? I'm well. How are you? What's new? You know, just the usual for me. Just building prototypes here, and you know, for me, work is pretty much the same. You know, outside of keyboards. Doing alright though. Trying to get by this hot and humid summer here in the United States. And then, yeah, I took a brief vacation a week ago or so. That was very nice. Went to Toronto and saw a few friends. Actually got to meet with Alex Odos one time. And yeah, it was nice. It's really nice. Your hair is longer. Yes, my hair's grown quite a bit. Actually, I need to get a haircut. I actually do mean to get a haircut sometime this week, ideally, but it's grown a little too long. For my own preference, I prefer to have it shorter. I got a haircut back in April and need trim. Summer just getting started in the Northeast. Yeah. It's only June and we're hitting, like, if you're more familiar with Celsius, then basically we're hitting like 29, 30 degrees right now, essentially, and with lots of humidity. So it's getting hot very quickly here. And it's only June 13th today. So it is really just the beginning of the summer. It's going to be absolutely unreasonably hot sometime in July and August, I would say. So I'm not looking forward to it. I think the real issue is just like when it's consistently hot for many days. I think that's when it really becomes difficult. Actually, today I got an email today from, in my case, it's Con Edison, the provider for the utilities here. But basically, my utilities provider was like, "Oh yeah, prices for utilities are going up this summer, so expect a higher, like a more expensive bill." I was like, "Oh great, like keeping my AC on all the time is gonna be pretty pricey now." I mean, yeah, with inflation and the recession and the economy kind of like looming around now, like I believe today we officially hit the bear market. I believe we are like minus 20 some percent below the peak, and so yeah, it's not looking too good. Things are not looking too good. I turn off my AC every time I leave. Oh yeah, me too. Anonymous cheer, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Appreciate it. But you need not be too shy about being anonymous. But I appreciate it a lot. Glad I have a car with AC again. 100 Fahrenheit in the south. Unreasonable. Yeah, that's crazy. 100 Fahrenheit is way too hot. And y'all in Texas also get humidity too, if I recall. So it's really awful. Summer starts in a week. I mean, sure. Summer starts in a week. Yes, summer starts in 8 days or so. Yeah, I get it. I mean, actually, summer starts in 8 days. I get it. So yes, we are getting late spring heat. You could say the heat is springing. The heat has sprung. Economy suffering everywhere at the moment, it seems. Yep. Yeah. Energy crisis, economy suffering, inflation. It's all not looking very good. Housing market looking really crazy. From what I hear from pretty much everybody that I know, both in the US and outside, who are looking to buy, are having a very difficult time. In fact, I would say a lot of them have given up already. So yeah, definitely not an easy time right now. It's like a difficult time for everybody, I think, as far as the economy goes. But yeah, hopefully we'll get through it. Hopefully we'll be through this, and it won't be so consequential at the end of the day. Exactly, let's make it clear, I want something to look forward to. You look forward to the summer? Oh, I hate the summer, so I don't look forward to it at all. But I understand. I understand looking forward to it. I don't like the summer, so I don't look forward to it at all. Well, I mean, I look forward to it in the sense that the end comes sooner if I look forward to it. Right? So the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, except the crypto rich. The crypto rich are rich of funny ideas sometimes. That's as much as I can say. I don't really have a very specific opinion of them. It's neither good nor bad, I guess. Mostly not good. But, you know. It is what it is. Okay, I'm not sure which... Oh, there's only one stat position that I can use. Just put it over here. Great. Mostly hot air. Yeah. What do you look forward to? Oh, the fall. Autumn, for sure. Autumn is the best season of the year. Easily. Autumn and spring are the 2 best seasons of the year. Why would I look forward to the 2 most extreme seasons of the year? Summer and winter. I would look forward to the 2 more moderate seasons of the year, not to mention most beautiful. In the autumn, you get the foliage, right? Like, especially here in the northeast US, it's beautiful. The seasons changing and the leaves turning colors, and especially like if you go maybe further out from here in New York, at least where I am, it's like all the colors start changing. It's absolutely gorgeous. And in the spring, I mean, you see the flowers bloom, and at least here in New York, or like if you're in Washington DC or some other places, you can see the cherry blossoms. Yeah, so I like autumn and spring too, although there are nice things to say about summer and winter too. Yeah, I don't mind the summer and winter as much, only until the summer gets humid. I think I'm okay with the heat, actually. I mean, I grew up in a hot region, like hot area, but it was dry heat. So like I can probably I would say like I can comfortably withstand about 30 degrees Celsius in dry heat. But after that, it starts to get uncomfortable. And in humid heat, I think for me, my personal limit / not limit, but comfortable area is around 23, 24 Celsius with humidity. So yeah, but I think at least here in the northeast US, right here where I'm, like in New York City, it gets humid because we're coastal, basically. So yeah, once it starts getting hot and humid, that's fine. Really don't like it. So, but yeah, that's the main thing I dislike about the summer. But the rest is fun. I mean, I like the opportunity to do stuff outside. I like having an excuse to go out and have refreshing drinks and things like that. That's always an exciting prospect. Not to mention a lot of events, outdoor concerts, all sorts of cool things like that happen in the summer. So yeah. Last year we hit 45 degrees Celsius. It was horrible. Oh my goodness. That's just so rough. Yeah, I know. I know that talking about the weather is kind of funny in the sense that it's like a filler talk, right? Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, so weather's looking nice today." But real talk though, like it's when it's extreme like that, it's it's unbearable. Fortunately, I mean, winters haven't been too bad, at least the past few years, I think. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that the summer doesn't have like long-lasting negative effects like this. I think I'm on the view that likes humid heat or dry heat. That's fair. I just don't like humid heat because I sweat too much. I sweat a lot just in general, so I personally just dislike humid heat because it feels very very bad on my skin, basically. Yeah. Where do you come from that was dry? Mexico City, actually, particularly. Mexico City is really nice. Mexico City is basically like between 10 and 24, 25 degrees Celsius all year, and it's dry. And it's basically at around 2,000 meters above sea level, so it's really nice. I personally really liked it, but yeah. And I'm high years sweat. Mexico's dry? Oh yeah. Mexico has actually all kinds of ecosystems. It has tundra, it has not tundra, but it's like taiga actually. And it has like steppes, it has desert, it has rainforest, it has just like a regular evergreen forest, it has like a lot of moderate biomes basically. So it has all kinds of biomes over there. Yeah, it's really nice. There's all kinds of climates basically, all kinds of varieties in the entire country. So you just depends on where you are. Like specific parts of Mexico are very humid, very hot, and all that. And you know, like maybe like low altitude and all that. And other places are like high altitude and a lot drier and kind of cooler. Kind of like maybe like if you think of like SF like weather, but you know, in the higher altitude, things like that. So are you telling me Mexico's like Minecraft? I think like you could find a lot of the variety that you could see in Minecraft in a place like Mexico, in the country in general. There's actually so much to see. People kind of focus a lot on the main touristing areas, like which are like the beaches and some of the cities, but there's a lot outside of that. That's totally worth seeing. Like it's pretty much like a wonder of nature. Really amazing stuff. I've traveled a lot like within Mexico. Like when I was younger, like I used to go camping a lot and whatnot, and so I got to explore a lot of that kind of stuff, and it was really really fun, really exhilarating, and I really enjoyed it. And you really get to see a lot of the variety that the country has to offer. Oh, true, it's hard earth there? My reference is golf courses. Oh, interesting. Where my parents are from, in Mexico, it's rainy during June, July, and December be hot AF. Oh, that's interesting. Seas biodiversity, WoW is just like Minecraft. Yeah, it's like creative mode or whatever that is. I don't play much Minecraft, so, yeah. Don't blame me for not knowing specific terminology. 101%. Hello. On a non-Mexican note, what are some of your favorite 65s at the moment? Favorite 65s? Let me see. So recently I tried that Pixel Space capsule, and that was pretty nice. It was just kind of different, a little unique. But on the other hand, like I've been using the Zenith a bit more. But the Zenith on the other hand is like has 2 extra columns on the left side, but I like it a lot. Using like either like an aluminum plate or an F4 plate is really nice on the Zenith in my opinion. I think some people have tried like palm and carbon fiber and they also enjoyed it. There's also of course like I've tried like the Keyco 165, 265, those are pretty good, like, you know, standard gasket sandwich style. They're from Michoacan, if that helps. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so Michoacan is it's like a coastal-ish state. So that's probably why they get a lot of rain in specific times of the year. I heard Yucatan is really beautiful. Never been outside the like Irapuato. Oh, Irapuato is so central. Irapuato is like right in the dead center of the country. I actually used to live in León, which is pretty much like an hour away from Irapuato, very close by. But yeah, Michoacan is beautiful. Michoacan is the state where the monarch butterflies are from, the ones that migrate to the north every year. I'm sure you've heard of them. These tabs are kind of poking out. I'll close them properly. Anyway, beaches are boring. I want to see the anthropology in South America and Mexico. There is quite a lot. There is quite a lot. I mean, if you want to see anthropology, like even going to like Mexico City is a good start, because there is so much there to see. Just on the cultural side and on the anthropology side, there's so much more. And there's like a ruins nearby, like aside from like the Teotihuacan, which is like the Aztec capital, the old Aztec capital. It's only like a couple of hours away from the city. There's like tours there, and there's like a lot more. If you go further south, there's quite a lot more too. Yes, León, Shoe City. Yep, Shoe City indeed. That's the main industry there. It's leather and shoes. Leather and shoes. Anyway, so 65% though. Yeah, so recently, yeah, Pixel Space Capsule was pretty fun. Let me see what other recent things I've kind of enjoyed a lot more of. So let me just check like my streams from before. Let's see. We tried the Gentoo, which was alright. Personally, the aesthetic of the Gentoo is like interesting, but not something I would personally use all the time. But it's cool if you like the Adelie, which is basically the Gentoo but smaller. It's like a 45% version of the Gentoo. That's basically the same aesthetic. It's by the same designer, so yeah. Let's see, what else do we have here? Meridian is more like a 60 though, so it probably doesn't count. The Babylon, ooh, the Babylon is interesting. I built the Babylon about a month ago, and that board is interesting in the sense that you can put these O-rings and stretch them all across the case. Like there's these two O-rings that you stretch all across the case, and the plate assembly stands on top of it. Very bouncy typing experience. Pretty interesting though. It's kind of like the slightly different implementation of using an O-ring to sort of like give this assembly bounciness. And that one was interesting. The downside of it is that the side bezels are gonna have to be pretty thick, which is what the Babylon has. But that one was pretty fun to use, I think, out of the 65s I recently used. Do you build a rotor 65 XT? I did not. I did not get the rotor, and I didn't get like a prototype or anything like that, so I did not get to see the rotor. I've heard good things about it though. I've heard good things about it from people who bought the actual board from the buy. People really like the brown anode, like the warm gray / brown anode that one had. So I've heard good things about it, just both aesthetically and also like typing wise. But I've heard that it's very, very nice and a soft sort of typing experience for it. Meridian is nice if you want an Alice that doesn't take up too much space on your desk. Yeah, so basically it's like a 60%, but with the ergonomic style. Got a W on an Inkblot Mictlan raffle yesterday. I guess I have to join Mictlan GB now. Well, I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you whether you want to get the set, but the collabs are looking very nice, that's for sure. Alright, let's test out these space bars first. Okay. I like my rotor, but yeah, I really wish I went with the brown color. Yeah, no, that brown looked really good. I really am partial towards warm gray, like on like anodizing and such. It just looks so good. I mean, cooler grays are nice too because they're very versatile, but I think warm grays look more unique, kind of like bronze-like, and I really like that finish. Alright, that sounds alright to me. See that the stabs are fine. I lubed a batch of MX Blacks, retooled from early 2020. They're so smooth. Oh, nice. Very nice. Put some double stage springs from the All Clacks. Oh, All Clacks, the keyword treehouse switch. So we have a few switches in. These are going in nice and easy. These Matcha switches, right? In case you don't know them, so these are tactile switches, and from what I can tell, I mean, this is my first time trying them actually. They have that tactility at the very top of the switch, but they're also kind of on the lighter side for the springs. Or I mean, I'm not sure if the springs were swapped here, but even the stock ones I know come with a fairly lighter spring, like a fairly light spring. So it has like a, you know, a lighter feeling as far as bottoming out goes, but the tactility itself is, the bump itself is like closer to the top than not. but they feel nice. They feel pretty smooth, especially like after lubing here, it seems. And one thing I do see here is that they're not 5-pin, they're actually 3-pin switches. So if you're doing like stabilizers or other positions that where 5 pins could help, just double check that you are not soldering in switches in a crooked way or anything like that. Do you think Skeletor has compatibility for this? Maybe. Maybe actually. One Juggling. I don't know. I can check. Box housing like the roses, right? No. It has regular cherry tabs on the side to open the switch, and the stems are regular style, and it looks like it has a common 4mm bottom out. Travel distance. More like a standard switch. KTT with 3 pins and without box housing, yeah. Skeletor won't have the tab key, I see. Yeah. So I have the old Skeletor set, like the round 1 Skeletor. So it's also the compatibility on the old one, I don't know how good it is. I think it's actually even more limited than not. Would have to use a lot of makeshift kind of keys here and there. Curious, what's your opinion on Franken switches? Are they any worth the effort and money? My personal opinion on them is that they are a lot of work and money. So personally, I don't tend to do Franken switches mostly because I am satisfied with the state of the switch scene right now, as in like there's switches that I use that I like and enjoy already, so I don't feel a strong need to be spending more time and money to make Franken switches. That aside, Franken switches can be interesting, right? Like sometimes they can make up for faults in switches. Like maybe if you have a favorite switch or a switch you really like, but they have some certain faults that you can actually address by changing parts, that can be pretty beneficial, but it is at the expense of money and time, so I can't be bothered. But I know that some people are really into making them because it's like it's worth that return on the one thing that they wanted fixed in a switch or like change in a switch. So I would say like it's kind of preference based, but more importantly, it's also like, are you actually satisfied with certain switches? Like if not, or like are you really itching for something new, quote unquote? Even then, it's like it's kind of questionable that there's that much out there that could be quote unquote new. So yeah, I personally find myself thinking I don't think I need to do the extra effort for Franken switches because I like the switches that I have and the ones that are available that I haven't tried. So yeah, if that gives a little perspective. Franken switching is dead. Long live Topper. Topper's great. I can agree with that. Ergo? Oh wait, it's standing stagger. Hi, Soren. About to hit the bed? I'm doing alright, Soren. How are you? I had pizza today. Actually baked it at home, like in the oven. Yo. Yeah, so I have a convection oven, so it's really easy to bake stuff in it. I just like put some spinach on top. It was really good. Then put a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of hot sauce. My bad, not soy. Hot sauce, and yeah, yum, yummy, yummy. This looks weird to transition from typing to using arrows. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could use one of these keys as like a FN key maybe to transition to using arrows on the main cluster, but I mean, yeah, you would have to kind of move like this, so your hands would be doing a little bit of work, kind of moving to the outside of the board. I've been digging KTT grapefruits here lately. Great sound and feel for pretty cheap. Yeah, I have to say there are quite a lot of price, like budget-friendly switches for very nice quality in general. Like I really have seen that like there's just a lot of options that are cheap and good these days. So I think that's another reason against Franken switches, is that there really are just so many options that are cheaper and just are pretty damn good. I'd map arrows to IJKL on a layer for normal usage, and I use arrows for games that require them. Yeah, that's fair actually. You could still have arrow keys bound to the main layer, except you could just use them in specific scenarios that apply to them, which is not all the time. Like games would sometimes do require kind of having like your hand at the arrows the whole time, but it's not all the time, so yeah. I hate baking during the summer, makes the house too hot and I don't have AC. Oh yeah, Sinvec, that is a struggle for sure. My kitchen area does not have an AC. Like we just have to either crack open a window, but opening the window makes it worse. It's humid and hot and all that, right? And you also don't want to track bugs in. And, you know, there's a whole like slew of things here to consider. And then it just gets super hot, super hot. So yeah, in the summer it definitely is a bit of a gamble, I would say. Oh, Mr. Funzy, hello. Thank you so much for the sub. 8 months. Thank you. You finally got yourself some proper noodles for stir-frying, Soren. They're okay. Sounds yummy, though. Stir-fry noodles, so easy and so nice to make. Because you can just chop in whatever you have in the fridge and put it in and make a sauce out of something and you know, just stir-fry it, and it's pretty good anyway. Just a bed of carbs and some veggies and meat if you have any, if you eat meat, that is. And it's like super easy. But yeah, nice. Second Space has MO2 and Vim arrows. Yeah, that could work. Alright, so pretty quick in putting all these switches in. Bugs used to be an issue in my house. Oh man, it's a struggle. Having bug issues, like having bugs in the house and whatnot. It's a struggle when it happens. I hate bugs with a passion, but you know, sometimes it's just inevitable. You use a dryer at the laundromat, $6 well spent. My clothes no longer smell like what the fuck. Do you normally air dry your clothes? Is that why you're saying? It's kind of. I think the time when I switched over to using a dryer a lot was when I went to uni, basically. Switch from, you know, air drying a lot of my clothes, like, you know, hanging and air drying, to using a dryer because, you know, dryers were just available. Okay, time to go to bed. Alright, Soren, have a good one. I'm also doing stir-fried udon tomorrow. Oh yeah, that sounds delicious. That sounds so good. Alrighty, let's get this soldered up already. Pretty nice, only having 2 stabs to lube. I mean, I can just ignore that too, you know? Please ignore it. Yeah, so just wanted to send a quick thanks to the designers of this board, as well as the team over at Keys for sending it out. If you weren't sure about this board, hopefully you'll like it today, but it is currently slightly extended from its original group buy period until the 18th of this month, which is basically the end of this week. So if you're on the fence, the Nearfield Ergo Proto is currently available on Keys. You can find the link over at the build command, as well as there's, you can obviously quickly search the Keycap thread if you want to check your other options. Yeah, so again, that's on Keys at the moment. And there are quite a lot of new things that popped up today for there's quite a lot of things today that were in the news from our sponsors. So I will tell you a few things of those, just like new things. Let's go over them really quickly. So as of today, let's see. First, so with Keys, we have Keycaps Moon. The PBT set is now in stock. You can find that on Keys.com. You can use the affiliate link as well if you would like to provide a small kickback at no additional cost to you. The Bakaneko 65 CNC version, there's 2 new colors for it that is now in stock as well. There's a rose gold color as well as a silver, and they also restocked the black one. Mr. AIO3, who also works for Keys at the moment, put out a survey about layout preferences. So if you would like to participate in the survey, you can also go to the Discord server on Keys, the Keys Discord server, and you can find the layout preference survey link over there. If you missed it last week, you can actually find Wera screwdrivers if you're looking for new screwdrivers for your toolkit, and especially for things that are useful for keyboards like the hex screwdrivers. Those are now in stock over at Keys. I personally highly recommend Wera screwdrivers. They are really awesome. And I also use Weha and Wera. Basically, I use those 2 brands pretty much exclusively nowadays, and they're really, really high quality. They're really nice. So if you're looking for, standalone screwdrivers for your keyboard use, or your just general toolkit use, I would recommend them. Where are they? Ha! I get it! Hello, Mr. Friendship. How are you doing? Alright, I'm gonna be going not in order, but I'm gonna share some news from other sponsors as well. Here from Salvin, we have Salvin today announced, he has announced 2 things. So first of all, if you would like to meet Mr. Salvin himself, as in Mr. Peter from Salvin, Mr. Peter is going to be visiting the West Coast very soon. He's going to the Mazak West meetup event, which is also going to be live streamed, and there's a whole you know, there's going to be a lot of talk about machining and all that kind of cool stuff. There's going to be other keyboard folks going as well to the Mazak West event in Fremont, California. So, and Mr. Salvin is going to be visiting the United States for that. So if you want to meet the Salvin staff, you can go to the Fremont, California Mazak West meetup. I believe it's going to be on Wednesday, June. What day is it? It's like very soon. It's like next week, I think. It's like the 22nd. I forget. Are they giving out free machining? Only if you provide time. Haha. Okay, not too funny, I know. All right, let's see. When is the Mazak West event? The Mazak West event is on June 21st, June 22nd. So June 21st, there's a live stream only at 11 a.m. And then June 22nd is in-person event at the show floor. And there's going to be a mechanical keyboard meetup as well. And then there's going to be other brands like Plume Keyboards is going to be there. There's going to be Milan, Mastercam, Autodesk, Sandvik, ATS Systems, Shunk, Metal, eSpirit, Heimer. So yeah. So this is going to be over in Fremont, California. If you're curious about the Mazak West event, you can find information over at Salvin Instagram. He posted the pamphlet for it. Basically, there's going to be live machining presentations and a lot of talk about keyboards and machining in general. So yeah, and Salvin will be in attendance for it. I know none of those names, me neither, other than Mastercam, I think. Alright, so that is one announcement from Salvin. The second announcement from Salvin is that they are doing a collaboration with the American Haptics brand. So if you have seen the American Haptics mats from, you know, for example, from various different streams, you know, among the keyboard content creators in our community, including Mr. Alex Otos, who uses a lot of them too. So Salvin is doing a collaboration and is now stocking Salvin red and Salvin black colored American Haptics work mats, as well as mini mats. There's also one in the botanical colorway, and this, of course, for EU customers, you can get one, and the prices will include import tax and EU VAT. And well, if you're abroad, I mean, of course, you could order one from Salvin, but it would be expensive, so you can always, you know, go through American Haptics directly for that. But yeah, just if you're in the EU, that's something that might be of interest to you. Do you think this layout is more comfortable than the Alice layout? I cannot tell you the answer to that because I also haven't tried this layout just yet. So as of today, I will try it and then I can tell you whether I like it more than the Alice layout. I'm gonna guess, I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm gonna guess there's a few things that might make me a little bit uncomfortable, such as the smaller modifiers here and there. But other than that, I mean, there's things that are also kind of like pretty similar to a GKL, so I imagine I won't have any issues with that. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. The Alex is more like a 60%. Alright, so that's news from Salvin. Prime Keyboards, there's some news, and the news is not necessarily good news, but it's more specifically that the Prime KB team right now is briefly out for holiday, and so their fulfillment for any orders starting from today is going to start on June 20. So basically they're just out for holiday for just a week. So yeah, just so you know. But you can still place any orders if you have anything that you need to order from Prime KB. Like I'm actually about to order some Durock stabs and whatnot, like refill on some of those. But yeah. Isn't the goal to make the whole keyboard ergonomic? I mean, you could say that about a lot of ergonomic quote-unquote keyboards, but that are not quite necessarily the most ergonomic for everybody. But I mean, it could be more comfortable. I don't know. It depends on everyone's, like, every person's a little bit different in terms of ergonomics, because like people's hand size varies, like your reach varies, like, you know, it just all depends on what your layout preferences are and whatnot. So it could be ergonomic for one person, but very uncomfortable for another. So Alright, so we have also news from Space Cables. Space Cables right now has new desk mats. If you remember, you saw the Ouch Kick desk mat last time. I have it right here actually. This is white version desk pad. The Ouch Kick V2 desk pad is now up that you can order both on Salvin's page and on the Space Cables or spaceholdings.net page as well. There's also the Kaiju desk pads and the Minify desk pads by Alex Otos. Those are also available through the Space Cables web store. If you missed it, Novelkeys has some news in the sense that they are currently selling GMK Yuri Round 2 Extra. So if you missed out on GMK Yuri Round 2, GMK Yuri Round 2, actually, the base kits on extras right now are $140 US. So if you missed out on GMK Yuri, it's pretty much essentially very, very close to what the group buy price was originally, which I believe was like 135 or something like that. So, or 130 even. Yeah, it's only 140 bucks for the extras instead of like, you know, some other stores that might sell extras for a bit higher. So if you missed out like on Sky Data or on Yuri Round 2, there are kits available over at the novelkeys.com store as well. And Cherry Taro, the Cherry PVT Taro set also just restocked at Novelkeys. You've been waiting for it. Of course, GMK Mictlan is also live currently on Novelkeys. So if you're looking for a black-based themed key set, but that is on a group buy right now, GMK Mictlan offers 2 different base kits at $99 US each for the starter price on the base kit. And then of course there's child kits from Novelties and Space Bars that you can also purchase. Any last day Mictlan buyers here? I will probably buy Mictlan on the last day as well, because I pretty much buy every group buy on the last day these days anyway. So yeah, I'll be a last day Mictlan buyer for sure, probably. But yeah, I normally buy all my group buy stuff on the last day. Basically, my justification is, well, if I don't buy it on the last day, it means I don't love it enough. Or I forgot. And if I forgot, that probably means that I'm not as interested in it. So, yeah. Alright, I believe I skipped one switch because it had a bent pin. I want to buy if I don't want to, but I don't want to spend money, so I was pushing forward, yeah. Alright, and the last announcement that I do have is from OmniType. So OmniType is going to be celebrating their 5 years of being a business. So they're going to be doing a 5-year anniversary event, and that particular event is going to consist of sales, basically discounts on many products leading up to the sale. I mean, leading up to their 5-year anniversary. They're going to have 25% off every single item, you know, on their store. This includes GMK sets, SA sets, desk pads, switches, accessories, Pokeballs and Pokemon Company officially licensed products as well. Pretty much every single product in the OmniType store is going to be cheaper this week. Their anniversary, I believe, is this Thursday, June 16th. So if you are interested in OmniType products and wanting to get them at a discount, they will have a 25% off for everything. Make sure to join the OmniType Discord server to get more information on the specifics of the event, and also you can get alerts by signing up on the event feature on Discord as well. They have a press release post about it as well on their website if you're looking for more. The weight is turning me off the best sets. I can't disagree with that. I have to say that the weight is definitely off-putting in many ways. So I also hold back and wait until the last day to see basically if I like it enough that I would actually wait for that long to purchase something. So yeah, I've skipped things out of basically losing interest in the fact that I would have to wait for a long time to get them. Yeah. Alright, we're done soldering here. How ergonomic are Alice boards? Alice boards are a-okay ergonomic. I would say they're not necessarily the most like wow ergonomic. I mean, it basically is the 60% main cluster portion in a slightly like angled style, but it's not actually that ergonomic in the sense that it's not a full split. It's just, you know, it's just the same, it's still on the same body, and it actually doesn't really put your two arms like spread apart in nearly enough, I would argue. So it's not quite as ergonomic as people think. It is, however, pretty easy to adjust to. So I would say that the Alice layout is comfortable to use, but I would not say it's necessarily ergonomic, at least in the sense that it would be like better for your wrists and whatnot, right? That makes sense? Yeah, board isn't ergonomic in my books if it isn't adjustable in some way. Yeah. So I could agree with parts of that too, because it really depends on what you personally find uncomfortable or comfortable about a keyboard, and sometimes, yeah, sometimes like you just have to think about what it is that you want adjusted for your own keyboard use. Alright, so everything works here, so we can unplug it and get it mounted. Great, so some of these bolts are also for the case, which are already undone. Let's open the rest up. 3. Okay. So let's see. This is how you line up the assembly here, and you can see there's holes where the screws will go into, so let's just do that. Looks like the screws are all the same size. So to be very transparent about the Alice layout is based on the EM7, which is actually a layout that Syrian came up with. So Linworks released the design with Syrian. It's actually a collaborative design. So you could say that it's basically a 50-50 process there, but the EM7 is actually, it stands for Ergonomic Modified 7, basically, or version 7. So there were essentially 6 iterations prior to it that were done kind of like in the design process, and yeah, like if you actually look up like very old Korean forums of the past, you can find like design, like you can find pictures of the EM6 and the EM5 and so on. But yeah, so the EM7 was released sometime like in 2015, 16, I think 16, and that that design released by Syrian and Linworks together was what became the inspiration for the Alice layout, which was eventually coined by Yutzi, who is the person behind TGR keyboards. Hey, Quappa, hello. If you search for EM7 Lineworks on Google Images, your red EM7 build shows up. Nice. Cool. Alright, so that pretty much mounts this. There's that. Very nice. And the rest should be pretty simple. We just need to put our daughter board in first here. That. I have screws for this? Oh, it's not. Never mind. Alright, mount this, and then we have this part here. Just want to plug it in to the daughter board. And just make sure that the daughter board cable gets pinched or anything like that. Okay. Alrighty. Hello, Mr. Upas. Hi, Lightning, thanks for doing this, no problem. How are you? How's your Monday? Boom, there it is. Nearfield booty is so good. It is this one big foot. Goes all the way around. Very nice. Actually, I really like how it's done. It looks like it's nicely wedged in there too. It looks very solid. I actually don't know if it used an adhesive or not. I'm gonna guess it does. Yeah, it does. But it's pretty thick. Very nice though. It's just one big nice foot that goes all the way around. Pretty cool. Did it come installed from the factory? Well, I think their prototype went to the designer first. So the designer had it for a while and then they sent it out to me. So, yeah. Maybe they installed it or the factory installed it. I don't know, but I didn't. I didn't install it myself. Alright, y'all. It's time for you guys to see me struggle typing on this. So what are we gonna put on this, huh? What are we gonna put on this gray keyboard? You have a cup holder in the middle? Ultra 5, CRP, both good options. Something gray, okay. There's like, I don't know, maybe like Oblivion or something like that. Could be an option. Something with 40s. Oh, that's a good question. Something with 40s. I think I have the old Olivia like extras kit too, which I don't know if it fits, but yeah. And then I also have like, I don't know what I have that actually supports 40s. Oh, I guess I have 9009 40s kit, the old one. Pretty sure I have that too. I have the WAB 40s kit, I think, as well. Either Olivia R1 or R2 will work. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have the old one, so we could try Olivia if you guys want it. Noted R2 with cup holder. Imagine like, oh dude, imagine like a keyboard that has like, you know like those not tables, but you know, there's like trays, I guess, and but then you can like pull something out. It's like it pulls out like a cup holder, like the hook ones, like the circular hook ones, like for the coasters. Not coasters necessarily. They're just like the hooks. Imagine like, and just like you can put like a drink next to it or something. I don't know. Like the sliding plastic thingies with the rails. Dreamkey Oblivion is not used enough, but I don't know if Dreamkey Oblivion, if I have the those like the car cup holders. Yeah, like the car cup holders. Basically exactly what I'm talking about. All right, let's brainstorm. I guess what let me see what I have that has 40s, or that at least has the smaller keycaps too. Because I'm pretty sure I do have a few sets that that do have compatibility. I think they have I have terminal with the 40% kit from R2. I have ski data with a 40s kit. I have I have 9009 with a 40s kit. Wob with a 40s kit. Olivia with the extras kit, which is basically a 40s kit. And I'm not sure. And then maybe some others like you know, like EVD or something that maybe has had a lot of compatibility for it too, might have it. But don't really remember which ones. What in the tarnation is that part? It's called the Nearfield Ergonomic. Terminal? We can try terminal. Okay, let me go for terminal, and I think terminal would look good with this with the look of the switches. So it's a perfect match. I think I'll go get terminal, so I'll be right back. Okay, BRB. BRB. Toxic? I don't have toxic. If we wanted toxic, we would just put Mr. Nachos on it. That's good. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So, let's see. So I have my terminal on my G80 over here. So we'll move some of these over there. And then I have some of the other stuff over here. So let's shift some stuff over. Just... Eight. I guess I'll just use this as R2. Enter. Oh no, I don't need the enter key. I'll need the arrows. And know how much terminal goes for nowadays? I have no idea. No clue. Okay, I don't need the caps lock. I think these should go. Then let's see, these guys will work. And we also need the. Still look like 1.5s, are they? Either are they 1.25s here? Not sure what size they're. These are 1.5s. Yeah, these are 1.5s, right? This is a 1. No, this is smaller. So that's not a 1.5. That's a 1.25 here. So 1.25's there. Okay. And let's see. Terminal was a TKC set. It was actually the Key Company's first group buy. It was their first group buy. So yeah, it's a while back. It was quite some time ago. Okay. That. I can just put like this here. All right. And we need the nav cluster. So we can just put some artisans from the G80 over here. Actually, so let's skip these. Alright, let's put these. Oh, I don't know why I got the tab out. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so number keys. I'm assuming these go in like this. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So 1U tab, right? Is what I need there. TYUIO key. So these are tactile. These are tactile switches. I'm not sure what springs these have currently, but they are fairly light, but not extremely light either. Not sure though. I'm not sure if they were swapped or not, but they're a pretty moderate weight. How tactile can you compare to another tactile switch? So these were lubed, so I don't know what they're like stock, but the tactility is at the top. Can you compare it to 55-gram OEM topper? Okay, 55-gram OEM topper is pretty heavy. So it's definitely not as tactile as 55-gram OEM topper, because 55-gram OEM topper is too heavy for me, personally. I actually don't like 55-gram OEM topper because it's just too heavy. So it's definitely not like 55-gram OEM topper. Yeah, it's lighter than that, I would say. It's kind of like Holy Panda S in the sense that the tactility is right at the top. But it's not very harsh because the springs are very light right now. So that might be a little bit different about it. But it's gonna probably throw me off in typing. Because of... Oh, the B is gonna be only on the left side as well, so that might throw me off. You might see me reaching out for the B on the left side. Because I sometimes use B on the right, sometimes use B on the left. Right. Alright, let's go get, this is 175 eval. Let's see. We can figure this out. Alright, so I think this is 125, which works. And then I can get the 175 from here, right? So 175. And then maybe we can put some artisans from here. So maybe I'll just put the Grimace and maybe these Keyforge caps over here. And then let's see, and then we have the space bars, which I'll just go get some N9 space keys. This looks like 1.75 and 1.25. So let's open up the 40s kit. Well, let's see. So we have 1U tab. Is that the same profile? No, that's R3 actually. It's not the right profile, so I'm gonna take it out of the way. Let's see, we can have here. Okay, there's our enter. The right profile. And then oh. Well, this is 125, right? What should I do about this? Okay, maybe I'll do this. Take this out. Put my backspace there. And then we need to get a... I guess I'll just use the wrong profile 1U here. It's okay, honestly. Yeah, I honestly don't care, don't mind it. And then for the 125 key here, I can just use... let me see what I got here. I can use... I mean, I could use any bottom row key, I guess, to be honest. The 125 function? Yeah. Well, I can't find the R3 one, so I'm just gonna use something from... Well, I guess this tab works, to be honest. That works, to be honest. That's okay with me. This is the only wrong profile key right now, but I don't expect to use tab right now, so it's fine. Yeah. Actually, do I have a blank here? Nice thing about R1 terminal is that it came with these blinks. So the blinks fit. Alright, great. Thick. And then we can put our 2 keys over here. This is 2U. And then, oh, these are not the right shape, I guess. I'll go get the space key. There it is. There it is. It's as good as I think I can get for this, for now. Alright, that's as good as I get for the compatibility here. How do you guys keep track of what's this have what 40s compat? Oh, I have everything on the spreadsheet, and I also have a document that tells me where in my room things are located. So like, there's gonna be some things that have a closet tag, or like this box, or like whatever. So I keep track of where things are as best as I can. That way I don't waste my time. Yeah, it's like Notion is pretty good at that. Like, I just use Notion and I use the tag feature. Like, so I just like tag things. Pretty easy. All right. Let's see, what did I miss today? Oh, I missed, I'm Only Who I Am saying hi today. So, hello. Let's see. Nine Walker, hello. And can you compare it to the Franken switch with Keeley stems and the Utemu blue bottom housings? Okay, I cannot compare it to that, no. This is pretty light. This feels very light. Oh, also I'm gonna switch over the mic to the non-noise gated one. Alright, there. What was that just now? Okay. Alright. Gonna try this out. So let's see. Yo, can I buy that Mayhem off you? No. Alright, let's get typing test up. How do these switches feel compared to MX Browns? More tactile than MX Browns for sure. These are more tactile than MX Browns. That's absolutely certain. The bump is at the top, so it's not like an MX Brown where the bump is kind of like closer to the middle and less tactile. So yeah, more tactile than that. That's for sure. Okay, I'm gonna be miserable typing on this though, because I can see that the B is only on one side. One U backspace, it's been a while since I've done that. And I think the rest is actually okay, but yeah, we'll see. Okay. All right, let's get the music off. Spreadsheet mapping closet location would be life-changing for me. What I did, I just grabbed a post-it note and I drew it out, and then I put it on my closet, door. That's how I mapped my closet. And then I took a picture of the note and put it into my notes. Like, yeah. All right, let's try this out. All right. Let's see how good I am with this board, which I don't really foresee myself being too good with. Okay. So my friends, this is the Nearfield Ergonomic prototype. This has KTT Matcha switches. These are Lube with 205 grade 0 with Deskeys films. Right now we're currently using an FR4 plate. So these are tactile switches, and this has an FR4 plate. This is Gym Key Terminal round 1 mixed with some other stuff from maybe round 2. And yep, let's give it a shot. Alrighty. Oh man, I'm gonna miss that B, I think, but we'll see. Alright, here we go. It's pretty good, pretty nice. A little slow on it, but it's nice. One thing that actually throws me off that I'm realizing is how flat it feels. So there's R1 and R2 over here, but then at the end of the R2, it's very close to the edge here. So for me, because I'm so used to larger layouts that have the R1 keys right after the R2 keys here, when I reach out keys here, basically there's no wall here that kind of makes me feel the R1 keys. So I was like, whoa, like my hands are kind of floating. But typing wise is okay. I mean, I just had to be extra conscious in my mind that the B was only on the left and the backspace is only 1 U, and it's over here basically like a split backspace but a little bit closer. But yeah, other than that, I think it was okay though. But yeah, that's just my typing experience with the layout. But yeah, so here are the mods. that's what it sounds like. Right side spacebar is looking short. I only use right thumb for space. I also only use right thumb for space, and it was okay. It was definitely a little bit short, but it's okay actually. I actually didn't struggle typing on the spacebar. Didn't feel like it was off my finger. So that was, but it is definitely on the shorter side. Don't disagree with it. Don't disagree with that. Do you hear much leaf noise with these? It looks like it was lubed pretty thoroughly. I mean, we can even just open up a switch, to be honest. But I'm gonna guess these switches were lubed pretty well. So, oh, interesting. It uses one of those springs that gets short at the. Oh, never mind. It's not. No, I thought it was one of those uneven springs. But looks like. Yeah, it looks like every part of the stem is lubed here. And I can't tell from the rails. It looks like the leaf has a touch of lube as well. So maybe that's why you don't really hear a lot of the MX leaf noise. But yeah. But yeah, they're not very noisy. And the housing's very tight. Housing's very tight. But yeah, so that's what it sounds like. Yeah, it sounds pretty good, right? I think it sounds pretty nice. And we can try a typing test on one more time, actually. So let me do a quick one here. All right. So again, KTT Matchas on a FR4 plate. As for the feeling of the plate and the board itself, it's I would say it's not soft, but it's also not rigid. So it feels nice and uniform in the sense that the plate is really being held to the top piece. So it's like it's not gonna flex or anything like that. It's okay though. Like it's not like so rigid that I feel like things are like I'm like typing on a wall or something, like on something very hard. So that also has to do with the fact that the plate is FR4 instead of anything else. So like I imagine if this were like a brass plate or something, I'm sure it would be a lot harsher than that. Yeah. How does it compare to other top mounts that I've tried? I think other top mounts tend to be a bit softer feeling. So like Alice layout tends to be a little bit softer than this, especially because the plate is being held at the edges too. Although there are 2 screws in the Alice layout that are kind of like here. But yeah, I would say like the Alice layout being a little bit bigger too, tends to be a bit softer with the top mount. This one, on the other hand, it definitely feels a little bit more rigid than that. And also maybe it's just the fact that the layout is this shape. But yeah, but I would say it's not unpleasant. I would say it's just sturdy is a good word for it. Yeah. All right. Again, let's try this out. Oh, let's try that again. Oh. Still under 110, but it made a lot of mistakes too. Would you daily drive this? I would be able to daily drive this, no problem. The reason I could daily drive this easily is, first of all, Numbro, it's there. If I need the Numbro, I can use it. Not a problem.
The alphas, you know, pretty much all the keys I need are there. The only thing that I would have to be a bit more aware of is using the function key to get like the right bracket over here. But I would just do, in my case, for function key there, I would do function. So if this is alt, I would do function and then left bracket, function shift left bracket, or you know, left curly bracket, curly brace. Delete, I could just do like this, and this could be delete, or this could be delete. So this would be easy to get used to. I could always do function for this for F row keys. So yeah, this would be pretty easy to get used to for a daily driver. So I would be able to daily drive this without an issue. The rest is pretty much the same as a Win keyless board. I put Win key here, so Win key's right there. Control is right here for me. Tab is the same position, it's just shorter. The backspace is a bit shorter, but you know, maybe just get good and stop making mistakes, and you can just use a 1U backspace just fine. The enter key being short doesn't really affect me too much. Right shift, that's a bit short, yeah, but it's okay, to be honest. I mean, 1.75 is just, you know, half a unit longer, so it's okay. Yeah, no, this would be okay getting used to for me. But if it didn't have the numero, I don't think I would use it. Pretty much. If I got rid of this numero here, I don't think I would use it. I'll be able to type on it, but I would not be able to use it for work. That's one thing. Yeah. Yeah. So that would be the main thing. It's like good for typing, not good for anything else for me. So TLDR get good, yeah. Truly. All right, so okay. All right, so that was the Nearfield Ergo. Pretty nice. I actually like it. One thing that is definitely like very noticeable is the fact that this board has almost no typing angle. It's very flat. So if you're not used to a flat typing angle on this, it might throw you off. I think that, in addition, the flatness, in addition to the fact that the numero is separated from this part here, might throw you off because when you go to the R2 area, you don't feel anything here until you get all the way to the top. So that's one thing that for me, I instantly was able to tell the difference. I was like, oh, like there's nothing here. There's a gap. But then the board is really flat, so you feel like you can feel your fingers are floating at this part here when you reach out further up. So that's the only thing, but it's actually pretty easy to adjust to, I think. Yeah, and the layout is nice and compact because the backspace is right here, like it's within reach right here. It's basically like the split backspace. It's pretty close by. Same with the tab, right? Like it's all very nice and compressed here. So that part is nice. I mean, this is basically the, like when you talk about pros and cons of like smaller layouts, is the fact that things are kind of closer by to the home row area. So this is nice, and the ergonomic part of it is like sweet. But it's no different from typing on like an Alice layout. So the only thing that if you're a right side B key user, you'll have to fix that. You'll have to fix it. Like there's just no other way. I personally am kind of hybrid on the B using. So if I'm thinking about it actively that the B is on the left side, I can use it. But when I kind of like get distracted, I'll sometimes reach out for the B on the right side and miss it if it's not there. So that happens to me though. That happens to me. Yeah, I use B on both sides depending on the word that is before and after essentially, and sometimes I'm reaching out for the B on the right side, and if it's not there, I'll end up hitting the case. Yeah. Anyway. Doesn't the real force have like 3 degree? Yeah, it's definitely on the flat side. The real force and normal force are all pretty flat boards in general, so if you're not used to it, might take a little adjustment, but yeah. Just got Cherry Tower PBT and use code BOLT. Yo, let's go. That actually worked. That's great. I tried to use Code Bolt with GMK Sky Data, but it didn't work. I think for me, if I order Sky Data, it's like $160-ish after shipping and taxes. So yeah, I'm like on the fence for it, but oh man, it looks nice though. Such a nice color. Tempted, but yeah. Alrighty, so here is the Nearfield Ergo Proto. Have a good night, Diego. I'm off. Oh, sounds good. Night Walker, take it easy. Have a good night. This is the Nearfield Ergo Proto. Looks really sweet here. You can see how shine my GMK Terminal R1 set is. Can you see the shine? Yeah. So this is how flat this board is. This is how flat this board is. How is it angle typing? It's actually not bad. It's not that bad. It's definitely flat. I've tried flat boards before, so I'm not like completely foreign to it, right? So I think you can get used to it. But it's nice though. I mean, sometimes low angle boards can be very nice. It all depends on whether you're okay with it or you can get used to it. But I mean, the overall look of the board is pretty cool. I do like this extreme sort of chamfer, and not to mention very intentional seam here. They also chamfer the edge of the seam here. So if you can see, there's an inner chamfer that basically marks the seam in the middle. Very intentional here. Looks pretty cool. It's nice. It's kind of spaceship-like. But yeah, I like it. This is definitely a board that I think it's very niche as far as for my own use. But that if I owned, I wouldn't mind using it. I mean, I could use this. I could daily this just fine. How does low angle board require wrist rest? No. Technically, no keyboard requires a wrist rest. Proper typing, you should not be using a wrist rest at all. Wrist rest is literally to rest your wrists when you're not typing. You should not be typing while resting your wrists on the table or on the wrist rest. Wrist rests are not good for your wrists when you're typing. You should not be using a wrist rest when you are typing. When you stop typing, you can do this. But when you are typing, you should float your wrists. The best way to get your wrist floating, in my opinion, the easiest way to float your wrist is not to use force on your wrist to float, to keep it straight. I use my arm rest. I just put my arm down here and it automatically floats. No need to do anything with it. No, I don't put any force on my wrist and it floats because the elbow is on my armrest. It pretty much automatically straightens your arm and keeps it floating, like keeps your wrist floating. So basically that's how I type, that's how I hover, is I just use my armrest. But yeah, you should not be applying too much force on your wrist or bending them like this, because that is really bad for your wrist in long term. In the long term, this will cause you carpal tunnel, this will cause you pain in your wrists, on your fingertips, nerve issues, etc. And this is what also, in addition to like ulnar deviation or radial deviation, where basically when you do this twist, right? These twists like this stuff is really, really bad for you. So in addition to this, you're also doing this, that's gonna fuck you up. Absolutely. Yeah, so if you're using a wrist rest, just use it because you want to put your wrist down when you stop typing. Yeah, when you stop typing, you can just leave it there. Do you know what else is bad for your wrist watching this stream? Yeah, perhaps. Anyway. I get it, Avo, I get it. Avo down bad. Needs a bunk. But yeah, I mean, yeah, like, I get that the piano typing or like the piano like hover is the thing that people talk about a lot, but when you say it, it sounds so forceful. It sounds so like, oh, you gotta do it this way, and like not everybody played the piano in the first place. Some people played the piano and hated it, okay? I know a lot of friends who are like that. I know myself, I at some point disliked playing the piano because I sucked at practicing and I never practiced and I was a terrible child, okay? And eventually I liked it once I got better at it. And one of my biggest regrets is actually stop playing. But when you say like, oh, you gotta like put your wrists up like it's a piano, it's not a nice way to put it, I think. And not everybody knows, actually. That's the main thing. Not everybody knows that that's how pianists have their wrists up. So yeah. So in my case, it's just keep your wrists up using a support like your armrest, or yeah, if you have played piano or have played an instrument that requires you to keep your arms straight, then you know you can do that. This all boils down to just getting better posture. Yeah, a lot of typing is going to be more about your core and your posture as opposed to the keyboard itself. I can type on 11, 12, 14 degree angled keyboards with no problem because my wrists are not doing this. When my wrists start doing this, it actually starts hurting, so I don't do that. And that's why I'm not affected by high typing angle boards because of that reason. And it's nice because high typing angle boards look really cool from the side. That's one thing I love about high typing angle boards. Like they look so good. Like the profile of the keycaps, like it's kind of like more sloped, like more slanted. It looks really nice from the side, and you kind of miss out on that if you like have bad posture because you feel like you're forcing your wrist so much, right? So yeah. What is my ideal typing angle? My ideal typing angle, I would say it's like 9 degrees. I'll say it's anywhere between 7 and 10. But I would say like 8 or 9 is perfectly fine with me. That's my sweet spot. Yeah. I think 8 or 9. Cause it looks good. It looks good and also like I can type on just fine. Yeah. So it's like somewhere like in the middle of being more flat and more angled. Yeah. It's like 8 or 9 I think is pretty good. Yeah. But anyway, I mean, like the Jane, like I have the TGR Jane over here. And the TGR Jane, if I recall correctly, is 6.9 degrees. Haha, so funny. Anyway, so it's basically 7 degrees. So this is 7 degree typing angle, right? So you can compare this to the Nearfield here, which has basically very much flatter, right? I'm gonna try to make it parallel of the, yeah, there. So you can kind of tell the difference there. Is that anno mismatch? Yeah, this is like a B stock, I think. Yeah. Anyway, so that's my take for typing. If you're worried about ergonomics, fix your posture first and then work on the keyboard. Because you could work on the keyboard all you want, but then you're gonna realize that it's really just your wrist and your posture in general. I personally think an adjustable chair and an adjustable desk go a longer way than buying a more expensive keyboard or changing your keyboard features. I have a, I can raise and lower my desk, right? And I can also, lower my chair. I can raise my chair. I can rotate. I can rotate this part here. This part you can also rotate for me. I can take it out, front, back. I can lower it. I can raise it. It's really nice. Being able to adjust all these things is going to really change your typing experience, in my opinion. For me, investing in this was what really made keyboards much more enjoyable because I was able to type on so many more of them, and also fix a lot of my issues which I had, like wrist pain and things like that. Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of money I don't have. Well, if you stop spending on keyboards, you may have more money to spend on those things, right? So that's what I did. I started spending on these things first, and then started spending more on keyboards. Which chair is that? This is a Steelcase Think V1. So it's kind of old, actually. This chair I've had for about 8 years now. Wait, 8? No. 7 years. I've had this chair for about 7 years. Yeah. So I think I'm probably gonna... I probably want to upgrade my chair to a Leap V2. I really like Steelcase's chairs. Really like their overall back support is pretty good. It kind of fits my personal needs, and I like all the adjustable things about, like, you know, the armrests and all the other things that they have. And the price is not bad. I think it's a bit cheaper than the Herman Millers. Yeah, so I think a Leap V2 might be the next chair I want. 7 years ago, most chair was in high school. I mean, yeah, well, not me. I was in uni back then. Yeah, and then I moved to work. So yeah. But yeah, I'm probably gonna look for a new chair between this year and next year. I think I'm probably gonna look for a chair upgrade. But yeah, off-brand, I heavily researched from Amazon that's just customized and super comfortable. Oh, that's really good. Do you have a link by any chance? I'm kind of curious now. But I mean, yeah, it's good to have a chair that fits your needs. Also, everyone also kind of has different body types, right? Like, as in, like, some people like need a chair that can accommodate like a wider part, like, you know, body part, like your torso. Some people actually have a harder time because maybe their legs are shorter, or like their arms, like the reach, it's a little bit different. So yeah, you have to try out many chairs, or like if you can, or at least just do a little research on what is exactly what you need to change about your setup, whether it's like the height or some other thing. Yeah, it was 100 cheaper a few years ago. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna just save it to my list for now. So it was like $300 basically. That's pretty good. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna save it to my list just for now, just to see just to check it out later. But it looks pretty nice. I like the back of that. I like the headrest actually. The headrest is pretty cool. Neat, very neat. Thank you for the link. But yeah, I think better ergo will come from your desk, chair, posture, overall posture, your back, right? Over changing your keyboard. Yeah. Alright, friends, so I think I'm going to call it a night here. It was pretty fun though, and it was actually a shorter stream today. So next time, we're going to be building the Mascis Works Dodici. So the Mascis Works Dodici is also a ergonomic layout board, but it's actually the standard Alice layout board. It basically is going to be Mascis Works' take on the Alice layout, similar to the 65 and the 84 that they've done before. We're going to be working on that proto next time. Not sure what days I'm gonna do it. I actually have to see what day is best for me. It's likely going to be like on maybe Wednesday evening, but I'll check my schedule and confirm. And also confirm with Mr. Morning Coffee, who is the runner, and also the person behind Mascis Works. So yeah. Okay. Interloper Creative. Who's Interloper Creative? I actually don't know, Mr. Giorin. Let me just check Twitch. What's their Twitch? Oh, I see. It's all together. Oh, I see. Hello, my name is Nathan. I'm for your forces. Okay. Looks like they're building Hello 0110, which is a 60% based on the M0110 Apple keyboard. Yeah, sure. We can go give them a raid shortly. Show Ocelot? Oh, I can show you the Ocelot. So my Ocelot arrived with no PCB, unfortunately. So I have to wait until I assemble it. But I can show you the Ocelot. So my Ocelot arrived, but I got gaskets instead of a PCB. It only affected like very small number of orders, but I guess mine was one too. I just got unlucky. My RNG, seriously, man, not too good. So yeah. Oh no, no PCB too. Yeah. So this is the packaging. This is sleeve Ocelot 8 or 6 key basically, because you can do 2U. 4mm brass weight, hot swap PCB, USB-C input via. It's from single KBD. If you don't know. Those are just artisan holders anyway. Yeah. So this is what it looks like. It says thank you card over here. QR code and it's info. Then I got a purple one. I'm waiting for a reward PC. Wish I knew about the silver ones prior. Look at this beautiful purple. Boomerangaroo, purple one to match the purple waifus. Yeah. Look at this purple. Wow. Love it. Love this purple and the brass weight. You know, O-ring gasket. Trash! Toss it out! Ugh! Yeah. Has USB-C port. Very cool. Very cool. And then, well, down below, there's just some stickers and the plates here. But no PCBs because the gaskets were what came with mine. Some stickers of the Ocelot. Definitely needs more foam and more cowbell. But yeah. So much unnecessary packaging, IMO. It's certainly not the most like environmentally conscious, but it is at least still all paper, so it is recyclable at the very least. So that's the nice part about it. It's at least it's mostly paper and it's all recyclable. But yeah, with little bits of plastic like the bubble wrap, but we can always separate those. Are they doing a PCB run? No, it's just packing mistake. Just got some of the so she uses these brown bags to pack accessories, and mine was one of the 5 orders that got a mistake in packing. The rest are fine though. All the polycarb orders are fine. Most of the purple orders are fine. It's just I just had bought bad RNG. That bad luck. So it's already on the way. I already have a PCB coming from Malaysia. So the replacement's already on the way, so it's all good. Just try the GMK train. It tastes like a stale potato chip. Not that bad. Yeah, it's pretty much what it is. Yeah. SMH no nah P foam and tape. Oh boy. Skill issue. Alright friends, again thank you so much for coming by today. Let's go raid Nathan from Interloper Creative. They're apparently afraid of horses, but let's ask them if they like unicorns. Alright, raid Interloper Creative, Niagara raid. Do you hate horses?
No, wait, no, it's you say you hate horses, but do you actually do you like unicorns? Unicorns. All right, there is a rate message. That's just a horn with a horse with a weapon. Unicorn is a horse with a spear. Fine. Unicorns with a K. Because keyboards. There it is. Alright, friends, again, thank you for coming by. I'll see you guys on the next one with the Mercy Dodici, which is going to be the Alice layout board from Mercy Works by Morning Coffee. But again, thanks to Keycaps for sending out the Nearfield Ergo. You'll see photos and stuff of this later on. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Peace. Have a good one. Have a good rest of your week. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.